Good morning students. So today we are going to discuss another very small topic called as mobile IP. So what actually is this mobile IP? So it is an Internet Engineering Task Force or IETF. They are given a standard communication protocol. Now it is designed to allow the mobile devices. See, mobile devices means it is not only our mobile phone. Any devices which is able to move, which you can move it, so we call it as mobile devices, right? So like it can be your laptop which you can move, or it can be a personal digital assistant, PDAs, mobile phones, etc. Not only, don't consider whenever we talk of mobile devices, it's not only mobile phone. There are so many other devices which are handheld devices which can be moved from one place to the another place. We call those devices as mobile devices. So for this mobile devices to communicate with each other, so IETF, they gave one standard communication protocol, now which is called as an mobile internet protocol or mobile IP. So now there is an IP, just like our the nodes, when we are talking about the other nodes which are not mobile, how they have got an IP address. Similarly, all the mobile devices also has got a permanent IP address. To maintain the permanent IP address, so IETF, they gave one standard communication protocol which is called as the mobile IP. Now it is defined in RFC 2020. When you say the request of comments, mobile IP is an enhancement of internet protocol. So already we have discussed in our previous session internet protocol in detail. Now the mobile IP is just an extension of this internet protocol that adds the mechanism for forwarding internet traffic to mobile devices, right? Which are called as the mobile nodes. So when we have got so many mobile nodes, so in this particular mobile nodes, in order to enhance the communication, the IP protocol is been enhanced with IETF, and which is called as a mobile IP. Now let us try to understand this in a very simple form. So say that we are in our home, right? So we can say this is you are in your home, so you have got a home network and you are using mobile phone or any mobile devices in your home network. Now this home network, now you have got a home agent. Home agent is nothing but, you can assume this is a router. So from home network with your mobile node, so we can call this as mobile node. Now you have a router. Now you are communicating with this particular router. From here, now we come to a foreign network. So let us say that you are coming from your home to, you are coming towards your campus, college. Now this is your foreign network. Now this handheld devices can also communicate with this particular in your foreign network also. You will be having a foreign agent, right? Now we call this as a foreign agent. Now in between there is another server, we can say, which is called as a correspondence node or the server. So this is how we can say that the entire mobile IP diagram looks like. I think it is very clear. You have got a home network, you have a mobile node in your home wherein which a router is connected. This is the internet, and when you move from your home to your college or campus, we can call it as a foreign network, right? So here also we will be having a foreign agent, that is a router, and to this there are certain mobile devices are connected in the foreign network. Similarly, if a person from here, if he comes here, so then this becomes a foreign network, this will be the home network forming, right? So you have to just understand how it is been working. Now how it happens. So in this mobile IP framework, so first of all, the internet host, right, now it sends a datagram to the mobile node using the mobile node's home address. So now this here, it has got the mobile node's home network IP is there. So it sends a datagram packet to that particular IP because it has got a permanent IP is there. Now if the mobile node is on the home network, then the datagram is delivered through the normal internet protocol, because you are in the your mobile devices are configured to your home network. So now you have got the actual ID, that is you are having the IP address. So to this particular IP address, since you are already registered in your mobile network, now easily the datagram is delivered through the normal IP address. Now otherwise, now if you are not in the home network, if your mobile device is not in your home network, so then the home agent will pick up the datagram. That is, the router is going to pick up the datagram and properly sends that particular datagram to wherever the mobile node is present. So like say, if the mobile node is on foreign network, so you are outside to some other foreign network, like say you come to the campus, or you are in the railway station, you are using a Wi-Fi, or you go to your friend's home, there you try to connect to the Wi-Fi. So like this, when you go from your network to a foreign network, the home agent forward the datagram to the foreign agent. So you will be having a foreign agent here, also you will be having a home agent. If you are not at this particular place, if you are somewhere else, so then the packet datagram is taken by the home agent and it will forward that packet to the foreign agent, so that this foreign agent or this router will forward it to your mobile device properly. So the foreign agent delivers the datagram to the mobile node. Datagrams from the mobile node to the internet host are sent using the normal IP routing procedures. You know that how the normal internet protocol is being used in order to forward the packets, which you have already discussed in our previous topics, right? Now if you look into the components of our mobile IP, now what all the components we are having? The first one we call it as the mobile node. So what is this mobile node? A mobile node is an end system or devices such as your cell phone, your mobile phone, or personal digital assistant, or laptop, or whichever any roaming capability. That means any device, any small handheld devices which has got this roaming capability, which can be connected to a Wi-Fi or internet, we call this as a mobile node. Because mobile means what? Moving, right? So you are able to move this device, the devices which can be moved, so we call it as mobile node. Next we have got a home agent, so it is called as HA. HA means home agent, MN is a mobile node. The home agent, now it is a router, right? It is a, you can think it is a router. So home agent is a router. Now it provides several services for your mobile node as is located in the home network. The tunnels for packet, right? So we are talking about tunnel. Now tunnel is nothing but a virtual connection wherein through which your packets are going to move. So it moves to your mobile nodes at your home agent. So from your home agent what it does, from your mobile node, whatever datagram packets it comes to the home agent, it forwards that with the help of a tunnel to the network, and from there it reaches the foreign agent, and there from foreign agent it reaches the other mobile node. So now the home agent, it maintains a location registry. So every home agent is having its own location registry, that is, it is informed of the mobile node's location. So the location is being tracked here. So at which particular location you are having, with the help of an address which is called as care of address. Now care of address is once again we can see that, see, if you are in your, say for example, if you are there already in your home network, you have an IP address, right? Because already it is registered in your home agent. Now if you move from your home to come to your college campus, so now your IP address is not same, right? Because this is a foreign agent. Here we have different IP address will be there. Now at that time care of address comes into the picture. Now the foreign agent will be giving you a care of address. With the help of that particular care of address, now the further communication happens. So home agent can be implemented on a router, as I told that. So home agent means it is a router. This is the second. The third one is foreign agent. Again foreign agent means it is also a router which is there in the other foreign network. So foreign agent can provide the same type of services. The foreign agent can have a care of address, right, acting as a tunnel endpoint. So if you are going, if your packet is going from the like this in this direction, so if we call this as a tunnel, inside the tunnel the packet is moving, the end point we call it as a foreign agent. So if it is moving from here, so then this becomes home, or vice versa, right? So we call this care of address at the foreign agent, it acts as a tunnel endpoint and forwarding packets to the mobile node. And the foreign agent can be a default router. So this will be a default router for the mobile node. Foreign agents, now it can also provide security services, right? So the security is also very important because they belong to the foreign network. If you are inside your particular home, so then it is already configured with your home network, but when you move from one network to another foreign network, again the security is very important, right? So it also provides the security services. So this is what we can understand what do you mean by a foreign agent. So FA is a router that may function as a point of attachment for your mobile node. When it roams to a foreign network, it delivers the packet from home agent to the mobile node. So you have come from your home to the campus, so and you are going to access the Wi-Fi in the campus. Means what is happening is that, so IP is going to change, the care of address will come into the picture, and when you are in the roaming, then the home agent, that is home router, now it is going to deliver the packets, right? That is the third component. The fourth important component is the care of address. Now this defines the current location. So what does the care of address says? Now it is going to define the current location of the mobile node from an IP point of view, right? From an IP point of view, it gives you the current location. So if you are in the foreign network, now again the IP might be changing at that time, right? It can be a temporary IP. Where you are in the home network, it will be a permanent IP. But whatever, whether it is a permanent IP or a unique IP, we already discussed in our previous session that when we are talking of internet protocol, it should be unique. So the internet IP cannot be the same, right? So now all IP packets sent to the mobile nodes are delivered to the care of address. So not directly to the IP address of the mobile node. So there will be a care of address. From that care of address, we go to the actual mobile node. Now there are two possibilities for the location of our care of address. Now what are the two possibilities? The first one, are two types of care of addresses. So one is foreign agent care of address. Next one is co-located care of address. Now what do you mean by a foreign agent care of address? The care of address could be located at the foreign agent. This is the care of address at the foreign agent. That is, care of address is an IP address of a foreign agent. So when you are coming from your home to the campus, in campus there is a different router, right? Now here our network is different. So the hardware engineer has configured with a different IP. So we should see that the packets have been properly moved from that particular network to the another foreign network, right? So the care of address at this particular point, that is the foreign agent care of address, is an IP address of the foreign agent, and the foreign agent is the tunnel endpoint. So he becomes the tunnel endpoint and forwards the packet to the mobile node. And many mobile node using foreign agent now can share this COA as a common COA. Now it becomes a common care of address. Now co-located care of address, this COA is a co-located. If the mobile node temporarily acquires an additional IP address, so if your mobile node is getting an additional IP address, right, already you have one IP address, if you are going to get an additional IP address, so it says that co-located care of address. Now this address is now the topologically correct, right? So it is a co-located, so you have an additional IP address, but acquiring this additional IP address, it is generally done by DHCP, right? Now we have seen that dynamically how the IP address has been allotted by this protocol DHCP in our previous session. So this DHCP protocol is going to give an additional IP address, now which we call it as co-located. Now if you are trying to give this additional IP address, now this is once again a problem for us. Already you have an address, again you are giving another address. So now what happens is that, so if you are using that, then it is not a good case because we may run out of the IP addresses. So that is a major problem with the co-located care of address. So next is correspondence node. As we told that now at least now we need one partner is needed for communication between our foreign network and an home network. Now that is been given by one of the server, which we call it as a correspondence node. So this correspondence node represents this partner for mobile node. So and it can be a fixed or a mobile node. So usually now again this correspondence node, because we need one partner, we need a particular person, a server which helps between the foreign agent and the home agent. Now that is been taken care by this particular correspondence node. So these are all the various components. Of course, then we have home network. We have already seen what is a home network. Home network is the subset the mobile node belongs to, which to network your mobile belongs to. So that we call it as a home network with respect to that IP address, and no mobile IP support is needed within this network. When you are already there inside your home network, so you don't need IP support for the communication. The home agent can directly, it knows the particular IP, the home agent knows all the IP addresses of our mobile nodes which are connected to our home network. So no need of IP, it can directly send. Similarly, foreign network is the current subset the mobile node visits, right? So when you are going, we are not in your home network, but you are in the another foreign network. Now at that time, now it is called as a foreign network. So this are the various components which you can see in our mobile IP. So now let us look into the process of mobile IP. Now how actually or what is the process through which the packets are being delivered. So basically the mobile IP, now the process is divided into 3 stages or 3 phases. The first one is called as agent discovery. So we should come to know who is the agent. Once you discover the agent, you have to register that particular agent. After registration, the what you can say, the packets can start communicating with each other. So the first phase is the agent discovery. Now how do you discover which all the agents are there? Now during the agent discovery phase, the host, right? So what is this HA? Home agent and foreign agent. So we have to discover them. So during the agent discovery phase, the home agent and the foreign agent, now both are going to send and advertise. So we call it as they advertise their self. They advertise that their services on the network by using ICMP. So in the previous session we have discussed this ICMP protocol. By using the ICMP router discovery protocol, in this we have an IROP. By using the router discovery protocol, now you are going to discover the agent. See, the home agent and the foreign agent, it will send one advertisement. It is just like, in very simple terms, we are saying broadcasting a message, right? In an IP we have seen how it is been broadcasted. Initially we don't be having, like say that MAC address is not there. So what the nodes will be doing, it broadcast everything to the all the nodes, and whichever nodes are corresponding, that particular datagram is for which destination IP address, then that IP will respond to that request by putting the MAC address. Similarly here, now what the home agent or the foreign agent does is that now it is going to broadcast all the signals to our what do you say, internet. So both the home agent and the foreign agent are going to transfer that particular signal. Okay, so we have the home agent and the foreign agent. So what these people will do is that they are going to send an advertisement so that agents can be discovered. So mobile IP defines 2 methods. Now how this advertisement can be done or agent is been discovered? So we have 2 methods. One is called as the agent advertisement, the other one is called as agent solicitation, right? So agent solicitation has been done, or it can be send an agent advertisement. So what do you mean by agent advertisement? Now first, or this is one of the method where the foreign agent and the home agent advertise their presence periodically. So after certain period of time, periodically it keeps on, both the agents will keep on posting one advertisement, messages. Now these messages or these advertisement messages now can be seen as a broadcast in our subnet. It is just like the concept of broadcasting what we have used in the what we have studied in our previous session. Now for this advertisement, now we are going to use the Internet Control Message Protocol, that is ICMP protocol is been used, so that advertisement is broadcasted from the foreign agent as well as the home agent, and all the other routers or the other components in our mobile IP. It comes to know who is the agent here, who is the home agent and who is the foreign agent. This is how you can try to discover who are the mobile that is who are the foreign agent and who is the home agent. The second method is agent solicitation. So now how we are going to, what do you mean by this solicitation? Here, if no agent is been advertising, see here what we told in the advertisement, in the agent advertisement, after every periodically, after certain periodic time interval, so one advertisement messages is been posted by the agents. So if it is an home agent, it will be posting similarly a foreign agent. If no advertisement is been done, so is been coming for after a particular period of time, or if no advertisement is coming for a longer period of time, so then the mobile node has not received any care of address, because it is not getting the care of address. Care of address has to be given by the agents. So then the mobile node will send an agent solicitation. So now here the mobile node is going to send, right, that we call it as the agent solicitation. So now the agent will come, we will get that message. Now then the agent is going to reply that, saying that whether it is an home agent or a foreign agent, so that they can give the care of address. Now this is the two method, or you can say the first method where the agent is been recognized. Second method is the process of registration, right? So the process of registration is to inform the home agent of the current location. So here the mobile nodes are been registered. So it is been registered with the home agent as well as the foreign agent, such that we come to know the location of that particular device, and care of address can be given by the agents. So registration can be done in two ways depending upon the location of our mobile nodes. If the COA, care of address, is at the foreign agent, if you are moving from your home, or if that mobile node is moving from the home network to a foreign network, right, in that time what happens, the mobile node sends its registration request containing the care of address to foreign agent. Now that mobile node, it is going to send that request, so it has to be a registered node. Without registering this node in that foreign network, so communication does not happen. Now the mobile node with its care of address, it sends a request to the foreign node saying that you register my device in your router, so which is forwarding the request to the home node. Once it has been received by the foreign agent, then this will be forwarded to the home agent, and home agent now sets up a mobility binding. Now it is going to set up a binding in the sense the home IP address and the current, it gets the current, that is the care of address. So the which one? Home agent. So with that, it binds both the care of address and the actual IP address of that particular mobile node. This is one. The second is if the care of address is co-located. If it is co-located, then registration can be very simple. Why? Because the mobile node may send a request directly to the home agent. The mobile node is already present in the home agent, so then it is easy for the registration. So easily home agent can register but that particular mobile node. That is the second method. And the third method is the tunneling. So a tunneling means what? As we told, it is a virtual connection. It is used to establish a virtual pipe through which the packets are being routed, or packets move from one place to the another place. So this is what the entire three steps which has been followed. Now let us take a simple diagram which gives us this particular entire scenario, what is going to happen. Now first step, what happens, this correspondence node or the server is going to send a particular packet to your home network or home agent, this router, right? Now from this particular router, now the packet is been tunneled, so which contains some datagram which goes in our internet, and it goes at the other part to the foreign agent where your care of address will be there. Clear? So now this, with the help of this care of address, and what is the IP address, so this wants to come, you are going to establish a connection, right? So you are right now at the home network. Now when you move to a foreign network, when you go from one place to the another place, so now IP address is been assigned with the help of this care of address. So from this thing, from this router, that is foreign agent, now it is going to send a packet to the mobile node, so which is there in the foreign network. And from this particular node, now the data is received back to the foreign agent. From here it comes to our corresponding node. Like this, the entire communication is going to happen. So this is what the working principle of a mobile IP. Okay, so anyhow, thanks for listening this video. Have a nice day. Bye.